What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, I hope you're all well. We're looking at Elrond. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're a new face, please subscribe as we're trying to get to 3k by the end of July. Pardon me guys. So the last time I left you off with Elrond, I think we did have some further targets to the downside. I'm just going to measure them for you. Yeah, unfortunately, because this low was so, because we pumped so much last year, it basically opens up more downside. Basically, the bigger the pump, the bigger the dip, and just like the bigger the dip, the bigger the rip. So the bit more we go down, the more we will go up eventually. But it's also the more we go up, the more we go down eventually. So yeah, it's just the same. So you can see we're playing around with this 1 fib level. It's a level that really we must reclaim. Otherwise, you can see you got further targets down here. But that's all dependent on Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin's not going lower, if Bitcoin's bottom is in, then we should not even be worrying about Elrond. And actually that is saying a lot, because Elrond, even though it closed below, you're trying to reclaim it at all costs. So there is some strength that Elrond is trying to show here. But is it going to be strong enough? The only way we can guess if it's going to be strong enough is with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts pumping, of course, and the bottom is in, and all we're doing is forming a higher low at the moment, then the same is going to happen with Elrond, and we won't be going down to $12. To be honest, I really don't think so anyway. I can give you some other targets, for example, from this low to this high over here. You can see we do have a 1618 $81, which was met, and you see exactly bouncing off this $37 support. I'm just going to show you some more fibs from this low to this high, because when we're in a downtrend, guys, and I hope you guys are appreciating the work so far, I'm just going to show you how to use the fibs easily in a downtrend and in an uptrend. So if you appreciate that, please like. If this is new, or you've just found even just one new bit of information, I urge you to please subscribe so we can get to 3k, and let me know in the comments what you've learned today. Let me know in the comments if you're a new face to the channel. So over here we have a downtrend, lower lows and lower highs. So this is our high, keep having lower highs, and we keep having lower lows. So once we bottom out here and we start heading up, because we're in this downtrend, I need to be ready for where this wave is going to finish. So I would put my fibs from the low to the high, and it'll give me bearish targets once I close below this. So from the low to the high, it's going to be giving me bearish targets. Look, your 1618 here could stop there, could go as low as the 2 targets. And then after doing so, you're going to get a rally. And with that rally, you measure from the low to the high, and it's going to give you fib targets. So that is what you do in a downtrend. And then in an uptrend, it's just the opposite. So in a downtrend, you're measuring the pullbacks from the low of the pullback to the top. That's going to give you targets to the downside. In an uptrend, you measure the pullback. You measure from the top to the bottom. So here's the bottom to the top. Here's top to the bottom. 1 fib level here, 0 here. Break it, you're going to the 1618. Boom. Same thing again. Come down, measure from here to here. You break the high here, you're going to the 1618. As simple as that. Look, low to the high. We'll draw it out as if it's actually hitting targets now. So we have this. So we have this impulse here, we've pulled back. I'm going to measure this pullback from the top to the bottom. I know this is the bottom because we're starting to head back up. And once we're about halfway, there's the risk we could actually do this. But if we're closing above the golden pocket and we're reclaiming the 1 fib level, we're going to the 1618. And then from there, you start dumping. But if you get super overextended, you could go to the 2 targets. And then you start dumping. Then you measure from there to there. And it's going to give you new technical targets to the upside from the high to the low. Your 1618 is now here, and your 2414 is now here. So this would be, if you were in a trade, you could take a trade. Obviously, if risky to take it from down here, you could wait for the reclaim of the golden pocket to buy here. So you can buy here, here, or once you're breaking above the previous high. That's like the best confirmation, because you know 100% we broke this high. That's a higher high. That's an uptrend. So we should now go to the 1618. Simple as that. So that is as simple as how the fibs work, and that is how I've been able to give you all these technical targets. You're just measuring for the downside every pullback. So bottom to the high right there, just like that. And you can see we do have a 1618 target that's already been met. Once you meet this target, you do have this bounce that we've seen, and it actually did reclaim this 1.272. So that's a very bullish statement that you reclaimed the 1.272 after going all the way down to the 1618. You stayed above, look, you were below it, so you held this support. You held this support, that's number 2, and you held that one. 3 supports. So you're below all 3 of these, and you reclaimed all 3 of them before the end of the week. So that's a bullish statement. However, when you do create these big wicks over here, you can see eventually they do get filled. You see this big wick? Eventually they do get filled. Here, you went to try and fill in the wick. Not every time do you fill it in 100% like you did here. So we had this wick and you filled it in 100%. Sometimes it's just going to be like half, just like here. Yeah, it's just dependent on the situation, the momentum and everything. So look, a lot of selling pressure without any real bounces. Yes, there was a bounce there, but no green candles. And when we had this big bounce, we're trying to fill in this wick. And because we actually are in this downtrend, because we keep making lower lows and lower highs, this is a low that you went lower. This is a low that you went lower. So definite downtrend. So yeah. Even though we pumped, it's a lower high. So this is actually still the risk when we do actually start going back up. It's still always going to be a lower high until you're breaking above. For example, well, for me to flip extremely bullish, we need to reclaim this at first, but I wouldn't even be confident then. And you can see if this is the low, where'd you pump to there? So that is the top of the range. So once we're above 130, you should head to 230. So $100 pump. And then we're going to be ranging in between this in the future. It's going to be very annoying. So be prepared for once we do eventually come up there, we're going to get stuck. But again, once we are above this red zone, the bull market will 100% be on. Because this was the point where I told you, if we lose this descending triangle here, if we lose this, it's no longer a bull market. I told you up at $200. Not only that, I actually told you guys to sell at $430 in and around there. $476 I told you to sell at, but it did go up as high as 550. People were waiting for the 1618. I was telling everyone to sell here 476. Yes, even though I called 476, it did go up another 17%. Does that fucking matter? No. Okay, take profits. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's update. Please like, subscribe and comment, and make sure to watch the Bitcoin video because that is going to tell you what's going to happen with Elrond. Thank you. I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, peace.